You're not saying you think Republicans are going to stop it.
I don't think Donald Trump wants another election. You think for a second I have 24 Trump 2028 hats. His folks keep sending me.
I think it's so absolutely gold that Trump sends him Trump 2028 hats, and he gets so agitated. I mean, he eats, sleeps, and breathes free rent in your small little troglodyte Cro-Magnon haircut hair gel brain, Gavin Newsom. Oh, it's so amazing. And you and your jazz hands, your helicopter hand. This guy is a weirdo, man. And wait till you see what Trump says about him. Trump, on the national stage in front of the whole world, literally roasts him. And now he's trying with every fiber of his being to stop doing these weird moments. Watch what Trump says about him.
We have an incompetent governor in California, Gavin. I know him very well. He's incompetent. He's a nice guy, looks good. Hi, everybody. How you doing? He's got some strange hand action going. I don't know what the hell his problem is. It's a little weird, to be honest. There's a little something shaky going on there. But, you know, all he has to do is call me and say, we have the Olympics coming up. We want to make it really good and safe. And I'll put some really good, great American patriots in there, and you won't have any problems. Don't forget, it's loaded up with some stone cold killers, some really bad people, some people that were just born to be bad. They're criminals, bad criminals, dangerous. And we can solve the problem for them very quickly.
He is absolutely 1,000,000,000% right. There was not literally one molecule of embellishment, dramatization, or hyperbole in anything that Trump just said there. I'm going to show you literal proof. I'm going to go back. Stick with me here. This is going to be highly illuminated. Grab your favorite snack, your favorite beverage. Your boy Nez is going to take care of everything. Not only is he right about Mr. Weirdo Jazz Hands, the guy can't sit still. Like, he literally can't sit still. And it is there's only one way to describe it. It's weird. But when he talks about the stone cold killers and he talks about crime, wait till you see what I'm about to share with you. But first, check this out. Just watch this closely and tell me that you're not absolutely flummoxed as to what in God's name is happening here. Watch.
Conditions that determine our fate and future. And that fundamental notion of agency, I think, is important more broadly. And I think that goes to some of the issues around, victimization. And I see a lot of that, respectively, on the right, increasingly, even with Trump often approaching things from that sort of mindset.
What is this? What is that? What is that? I mean, what is wrong with you? But if you think this is something new, I mean, he's always been like this. He's literally always been like this. I'm going to play for you this clip that goes back 20 years ago. This is a clip where American Psycho Newsom, essentially, he's been a degenerate his whole abysmal career. This is exactly why the swamp, he is the swamp that needs draining. This goes back to Newsom dodging debates when he was mayor of San Francisco. San Francisco is now a dystopian hellscape nightmare, thanks to him and Kamala. But watch the guy, his fidgeting, his mannerisms, his gesticulations. There's something really wrong with this guy. Watch.
Mayoral debate took place this evening in San Francisco, and while it wasn't the first debate, it is the only debate that's going to include the incumbent mayor, Gavin Newsom.
The common complaint among challengers is the mayor isn't willing to debate them, other than this one 90-minute forum.
Was this a good vetting of the issues? Maybe not. And some of the candidates challenged the current mayor to join more of the scheduled debates.
Unfortunately, though, in 30 seconds, it's a little bit challenging to navigate the nuances of discussing something as large as Muni. So what I would put forth to the mayor and to our other candidates is that we do this again. There is 3 weeks to the next election. We need more substance, we need more discussion, we need more dialogue about the issue. Just remind you that. And I do concur with Mr. Mackey that I would like to speak at length with Mr. Newsom about some environmental concerns. I would love it if you would debate me again another time. What do you say?
Given that Gavin Newsom has not attended any of the other debates,
Mayor Newsom says he will not take part in any more political forums before Election Day.
How would you like to have 12 of these, one every Friday afternoon before the election? Well, we've had 8 of them already, and we invited the mayor to all of them, and all his office did was mock and ridicule us.
When you want to debate, I'll shake your hand.
The other candidates say they will continue to battle to occupy the mayor's office for the next 4 years, and they will still debate every Friday night out in front of City Hall, whether Gavin Newsom shows up or not.
So what do you say, Mr. Mayor, a televised debate? Well, live televised debate on broadcast television? I heard you wouldn't agree to that. That's why Channel 7 didn't televise it. Is that correct?
Gentlemen, it's a restricted area. I'm sorry, restricted area.
He's been like this forever. Take a look at this video. Back in 2019, Trump wanted to send the National Guard to the southern border of California, particularly to help stop the flow of fentanyl in the country. Newsom refused, and then for political theater and drama, actually pulled the existing California Guard from the border. Then in 2024, after Democrats ignored the issue of the border for over 3 years, election season arrived. Oh my gosh, you mean I might have to actually get a real job? Oh, God forbid. Well, I better start actually, pretending to care. So polling data instructed them to pretend to care about border security. Newsom actually went to the Southern California border and claimed that Republicans were denying him the support he needed to stop the flow of fentanyl coming across the border. A self-serving shapeshifter. That is Governor Gavin Newsom. Watch this amazing video by Mays Moore.
The reality is, at ports of entry, most of these drugs are seized.
You pulled the National Guard, the California National Guard troops have been deployed to their mission down at the border. Why'd you do that?
Because it was the right thing to do, because we don't want to participate in this show any longer. And the fact is, the President of the United States announced that he wanted to put 3,750 additional military personnel on the border. Rather makes our 360 National Guard troops look pretty trivial and insignificant. Look, we just don't want to play. We don't want to be part of this. We don't want to be part of this theater. We don't want to be part of this political, misdirection. California is better than that.
We're back down here at the border, Tijuana, right behind me, San Diego sector. This is the San Ysidro port of entry. We're just down here with the National Guard, meeting with customs agents as well as Border Patrol, talking about our partnerships. 390 National Guardsmen and women that have been working, particularly as it relates to fentanyl here in the state of California. Look at the bottom line. At the end of the day, they need more resources. Everybody needs more resources. And the Republican Party has been consistently standing in the way of providing the resources, the support for the men and women working hard, not only here at the border, but out throughout the state of California and this country to address the issues related to the border.
An absolute snake. And wait till you see this video that I'm going to show from Los Angeles City Controller Anthony Mejia, who is in charge of essentially the finances for Los Angeles County. Wait till you hear what he says. But first, this is the same Governor Newsom. This is the same guy that says, how dare you bring the National Guard, President Trump? How dare you stop the homelessness, the disgusting waste, the lawlessness, the disgrace of us defunding the police and not supporting the boys in blue, the men and women in blue. How dare you come and try to clean up my city and clean up my state? How dare you take care of crime where citizens literally feel like they have to look over their shoulder all the time? Los Angeles, hardworking, tax-paying citizens. Just today, he had a press conference where now he says he's going to be deploying the California Highway Patrol to patrol and stop crime. Wait a minute, Governor Newsom, I thought there was no crime. I thought President Trump was acting like authoritarian. I thought he was Hitler. I thought he was a dictator. I thought he was trying to take over and militarize and occupy all these cities and states. What happened to that? Watch as he gets asked that same very question. And he's trying so hard to stop moving his hands, his little jazz hands. Watch this embarrassment as he gets flustered when a reporter asks him exactly what I just posed. Watch.
Red states that you say are higher, and at the same time, we're here because you're surging law enforcement across the state. So, do you believe that crime is a problem in California or not?
Well, sort of a curious question. I made the entire point that crime's an issue and we want to tackle it, and we continue to do more in that space, and we announced and highlighted some of the expansion. What is not contradictory, respectfully, is that we're doing it in partnership with our local communities. We did it in partnership with the Biden administration prior. We're not talking about the nationalization, the militarization of the Guard and militarizing United States cities. So quite the contrary.
Thank you, everyone.
Trafficking, is that, I mean, not to get specific, but trafficking in this area. All right, everybody.
You can see as he gets flustered there, his public relations PR person stops abruptly, ends the press conference, says everybody needs to leave. Bye-bye. We're not going to actually hold Gavin Newsom accountable. We're not going to actually prove Trump right. We don't want to do that. Everything he said in that clip about his weird behavior, his mannerisms, you saw how fidgety he was. He couldn't hold still. Even in that clip right there, he's trying so hard. Trump's in his like living free rent in his head. He's trying so hard. He's clasping his hands, but his thumb's moving the whole time. He is an absolute abominable waste of a human being who doesn't give a rat's ass about you, doesn't give a rat's ass about me. Now there's all this new exposure of his wife's NGO stealing that fire aid money. And God knows how many millions of dollars Newsom's been funneling to her NGO, which is a full front for essentially laundering money. It's all coming out now. It's all coming out. But Trump was right. In just that small clip, I'm going to play it for you one more time because it's so funny and it's so good. In just that small clip, he was right about everything. His weirdness of his movements and the fact that there's stone cold blooded killers in Los Angeles. Watch this real quick. It's really quick. It's so awesome. Watch it one more time.
We have an incompetent governor in California, Gavin. I know him very well. He's incompetent. He's a nice guy, looks good. Hi, everybody. How you doing? He's got some strange hand action going. I don't know what the hell his problem is. It's a little weird, to be honest. There's a little something shaky going on there. But, you know, all he has to do is call me and say, we have the Olympics coming up. We want to make it really good and safe. And I'll put some really good, great American patriots in there, and you won't have any problems. Don't forget, it's loaded up with some stone cold killers, some really bad people, some people that were just born to be bad. They're criminals, bad criminals.
Wouldn't that be nice, California? Wouldn't that be nice, Los Angeles? Wouldn't that be nice if you could walk down the street like they can now? You see testimony after testimony, interview after interview with DC residents who feel finally they can breathe a sigh of relief. Finally, they can take their kids, which is something that I'm hoping to do, to the nation's capital. They can walk to work, walk to the train station. They can go to dinner without feeling like they have to have their head on a swivel. Wouldn't that be nice if that could happen in California? Why won't he do that? Why won't he say, let's work together, President Trump? You're the president of the United States. You were duly elected by the people. It's a government of the people, for the people, by the people. I recognize that as governor, and I recognize that I don't want to defy the will of the American people. So why don't I work with you? Because if I actually work with you, maybe then I could possibly gain some political capital. No, they can't do that. That's not how Hippocrats think. That's not how Democrats think. It's me, 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 me. I'm just going to think about my immediate surrounding interests, and I'm going to think about the greater good. I'm not going to actually think about serving the people that I'm meant to serve, my constituents and my hardworking, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. It's not about that. But if you break the law, they'll build a statue in your honor, for crying out loud. That's what they'll do. Okay. I can't wait to get your thoughts on all this. Here's the final clip, and probably the most illuminating, damning clip. I found this clip, of Los Angeles City Controller Kenneth Mejia, who is essentially the city's accountant overseeing $35 billion in spending. Listen to what he says would happen if he actually performed an audit to provide transparency. Listen to this. This is very important.
Now, if you don't know, I am the city's accountant, auditor, and paymaster. I am your independent watchdog over the city's funds and your tax dollars. Do you all want to know how much money I oversee annually, or try to? $35 billion, more than that. Those are all departments, including the airports, harbor, and LADWP. But the truth is, my office is nowhere near staffed to sufficiently and proactively provide that oversight for you all, that independent oversight that you all want. Because right now, my budget is controlled by the mayor and city council. So if I do an audit, if I provide transparency, and it's something that they don't like, I could face retaliation and budget cuts, just like what I faced last fiscal year, where I lost 27 positions, or 15% of my entire staff positions. For context and numbers, just so you all understand, I have 2 accountants for nearly 40 departments to approve and review their invoices. We are so short-staffed that sometimes we just get rushed and called all the time. And it's to the point where like we don't even have time to review and to sufficiently review it and provide that oversight for you all. In addition, I only have 7 auditors for the entire city of Los Angeles. And our teams are about 2 to 3 auditors, and it could take up to a year to finish. That's why you could only see me do 1 to 3 audits a year, just because of how little my staff is. And in addition, I only have 5 fraud, waste, and abuse investigators for the entire city. And last year, I received over 700 FWA claims.
This is the city controller, and he's understaffed, overseeing billions and billions of our taxpayer dollars. Doesn't that sound eerily familiar to the former fire chief, claiming, who was fired, by the way, by Karen Do-Nothing Bass, who went to Ghana, Africa, neglected her duty? I did a ton, I'm not going to get into that. I did a ton of videos on that. But the reason that she's now countersuing the former fire chief who was unceremoniously terminated is because she was short-staffed too. So this is what I don't understand. You can Trump-proof California. You can spend billions and billions of dollars on attorney fees for illegals and all sorts of useless, wasteless spending, but you're not actually putting the money to help serve the citizens and the victims of fire and the victims of tax fraud, waste, and abuse. You can't do anything about that. Am I missing anything? This video is probably going to get deleted. I need you to share this. I need you to tap the thumbs up. This is the truth of who these people are, and this is indicative of the entire Hippocrat Party. Lowest approval rating in the history of U.S. American politics, and all for good reason, because it's only good for me and not good for thee. They don't hold themselves accountable. Do I even need to mention the French Laundry during C-19? With Gavin Newsom going out and partying and hanging out and gallivanting while he's telling you and me to stay home, locked down, telling our kids not to go to school, church, wear masks, etc., etc. And then that clip that I shared, he's been like this his whole life. This guy wants to make America California. Are you out of your ever-loving mind? I don't think so. Not on my watch. Hopefully not on your watch. So tap that thumbs up. If you approve of this message, share this, leave a comment. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It doesn't cost you a thing. You can even do it on your remote with your TV. Don't forget to check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. #NeverNewscom.